Hi, ladies. So happy to be back with you. I have another Christ centered Christmas thought today. I'm doing out of the 40 Days with the Savior. It's a book that I have that is a non denominational, it's a daily thought on a character trait of the Savior and just being able to apply it to my life and our lives as women, wives, mothers, aunts, sisters, caretakers, caregivers, those kinds of things. Whatever it is that we do on a daily basis, how much Jesus Christ actually blesses our lives by following what he does and dealing with situations the way that he dealt with them because we have similar situations. And so it's so wonderful to get to know the Savior better, to get to know who he is and really understand his life so that we can start really mimicking that and putting it into our lives and we go, wow, it's even though our lives are so seemingly different, they're the same. He went through so many things at first glance we wouldn't realize as a woman, and that yet he went through and can give us understanding and insight into our lives. So today's is day 15. He is a friend. And I want to talk about friends for a minute because friends are pivotal, especially for women. I get to talk to a lot of different women and I see common threads. And one of the threads that is one of the biggest blessings in a woman's life is friends, the support network that she has. We as women are wired for that, and when we go through difficult situations in life, other women nurture and nourish us, help heal us in ways that men and children just are not wired to do. And so it is so critical that we not only understand but appreciate how vital our friends are and what we need to do to sustain those friendships. And I think women generally know that, but we're so used to everybody kind of shelves each other as we like run through our day that we just hope and pray they get it and understand. And we realize if they don't, then they're really not our friend because we all on the same sinking ship, right? We're all helping each other bail. So I love this painting behind me. It's She Will Find What Is Lost. She Who Will Find What Is Lost. It's Brian Krzysnik. And I love this painting. I know you've seen it, where all of those angels are putting their hand on this woman's head. And I loved this painting. It was at a really difficult time that my daughter gave it to me for Mother's Day. And it was so funny because it was tucked in the office to give to me for Mother's Day. But the weekend was so hard. I remember in the morning that I just went to her and said, can I please have that painting now? Like I really needed the painting on the wall to give me strength. I am not joking. And she just like, it was in this black kitchen garbage bag to sort of hide it. And she just like handed it to me like, okay, are you sure? It was this lifeline. So I love this painting and it so depicts what women do as friends. So like I said, first and foremost is recognizing how important friends are because Jesus Christ is a friend to us. One of my favorite stories in the Bible, in the New Testament, is those four friends that bring their palsied friend to the Savior. And if you remember, he's palsied, so he's in this stretcher. They call it a litter. And so it's just like a stretcher, like a thin cot, and is my understanding. And then the four friends are holding it, and they're coming, and they're bringing him in, right, to come see the Savior and to be healed. Well, they try to get in to see the Savior, and they're in a house, and this is in Jerusalem, right? I mean, in Israel. And so it's not like our houses. So they're trying to get in the house, and it's full. There's multitudes, so that they can't get in. And so what do? Well, in that day and age, and in those houses, and I believe still, that on the top, when it gets really hot, people use their rooftops as sort of like an outside room because it's so hot you can go up there and have a little bit more cool in the evening. And so they'll put chairs up there and they'll talk up there and things like that and even sleep up there. And so there's these little stairs on the side that will go up the side. And so can you imagine these friends? They're taking this litter and they're trying to negotiate the side. So I love that these friends, first and foremost, they didn't see that it was super busy and that there's totally too many people. They didn't go, wow, sorry, bud, can't do it, it's busy, right? They didn't stop there. No, these were dear friends. And guess what they did? They navigated those narrow stairs. They're like, oh, can you just see, guys? I love this about men, that they're like, we will not be stopped. They're like, okay, we'll just go up the stairs, where we might be like, is that okay? Will we offend someone? So they go up the side of the stairs. They go up on the rooftop. And now they look at there and they had little holes, I believe, for the fires and for air to get through. They had this little hole and they're like, oh, we can't get through. So what do? Well, you rip off the tiles. You rip off those roof tiles. Now, I know women would not do that because we would totally be sure we would offend someone. But they're ripping off the roof tiles. I am laughing. This reminds me of my sweet son who has Asperger's. When he was young and we were out, came back home, and went to go use the garbage disposal, and we're like, there's no flaps on the garbage disposal. The garbage disposal would not work. There were no flaps, the little black flaps. I'm like, does anyone know what happened here? And I had an idea. I thought it's got to do with Ben, my sweet Ben. And sure as shooting, he comes in and he's like, oh yeah, that was me. Not even trying to hide it. Yeah, that was me. I was like, can you tell me why you were cutting the garbage disposal flaps? Well, yeah, I was washing my BBs in the sink and the flaps got in the way. Those garbage disposal flaps got in the way. So we cut them. Just cut them off because they're in the way. And then I had to explain to him that when you cut the flaps off the garbage disposal, it makes the garbage disposal indisposed. It makes it so it doesn't work. So that's the solution that was at hand in this situation. And here these friends take him and just rip off the tiles. And then they lower him down to the Savior. And I can almost imagine in my mind the Savior looking up and seeing and just chuckling softly, like the determination of these people, their moxie, their we will not be stopped because our friend has to be healed. I love that, and I'm sure that he loved that too because he healed him. Arise and take up thy bed and walk. I mean, he just was healed. Can you imagine? And that's what I love. I love that the Savior is that kind of friend to us. He will never leave us. He has our back. He is always there for us. It's us who separates ourselves from him. It's we who choose to do that from whatever it is. But he will never, ever, ever leave us. And I hope that you can believe and know that. Ever. It's all about us being able to reach out to him so that we can receive of what he wants to give us. So I want you to consider that. And the last thing I want you to consider is who has been a pivotal friend in your life and what have they done for you that has changed you, that has become a part of you because you are friends with that person. Have you considered that? Who is a friend to you? Who is it that has shifted the way you behave, the way you think in a positive way? I think of different friends. A friend, Wendy. She is one of my BYU babes. I've known her for almost 30 years, and she has taught me everything about unconditional love. She has dealt with difficult family situations, and I've watched her love and love and love again. And do it with patience and with kindness and with people who are making choices that are so different than her life. But she, through that love, brings everyone together and keeps bringing them back. I think of my friend Ingrid with 9 children. I have watched how she stays focused on what matters most, how she creates this paradise of a home in her home and backyard. And theirs is not up on this huge hill and it's this gargantuan mansion at all. It's this wonderful home that she has made over into this pottery barn feel and this Garden of Eden garden in the back. And she runs her home beautifully, but with realism and with love and laughter and candor. And I watch how she does that. She has helped me over and over. And another Wendy that has helped me, she has things that she does politically and she's done spiritually in different callings and things. And she's shown me how to stay reasonable in an emotional situation. And what a key skill that is. These women have all continued to influence my life in these different ways. And I take pieces of them and they become a part of me and make me a better person. And that's what Jesus Christ does. Every single time we try to be a little better, we try to follow him a little more, we try to do what he does, we try to serve like he serves, we try to love like he loves, it becomes a part of us just that little bit more. And though we can't see it in real time every time, after a few months, a few years, we look back and we can say, you know what? I'm better. I'm different. I've improved. I'm happier. I'm kinder than what I was before. And that's the beauty of Jesus Christ. His teachings do that for us. They heal us. They help us. They improve us. They help us to be and become and do the very things that we want to become and do. And so hopefully you will think of that today, of a powerful, pivotal friend that you can reach out to and say thank you, and then consider Jesus Christ, how he is a friend to you, and thank him. Thank him for being with you always, for having your back, for being by your side, and considering just what kind of a friend he is to you and how he has been there for you. And hopefully you'll be able to feel a more Christ-centered Christmas.